You know the drill. For all things Halloween, this is hauntformer, and welcome back to yet again another very spooktacular live scream or stream. I still haven't changed the names yet. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing with these live streams. I still haven't had like a real schedule to them yet. First of all, if you haven't known, happy National Haunters Day. I am not exactly sure who came up with that. I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Cameron? It might have been Cameron Quadruple 9 who came up with the National Haunters Day. I'm not positive of who came up with it, but regardless, welcome all haunters, young and old. No matter if you're new, you're old, no matter what. If you're a haunter, welcome to the stream. And if you're not, I'm glad you're here too. Because if you're interested in Halloween, you are already like a young haunter, basically. So welcome everyone to the stream. And yes, today we're going to be doing a brief celebration of National Haunters Day. So what's it mean to be a haunter, really? A haunter is basically someone who scares people. Now, there's a lot of different types of haunters, but the primary one is, of course, someone who runs a Halloween or horror-related attraction or haunted house. And there's a lot of different types. They're either at theme parks, or a lot of people do them in their garage, or a yard haunt. There's tons of different ones, but basically, haunters like to scare people, and really, the reason that we scare people isn't because we're mean. The reason we scare people is because it kind of gives them a relief from life. You get to escape when you get scared, like when you watch a horror movie, or when you go in a haunted house, or in an escape room. You escape kind of from reality, so any troubles that are going on, you kind of forget about and you just have fun. And that's the number one thing of haunting, even above being scared, is just enjoying yourself and having fun. Me, personally, as a haunter, we, a few years ago, at my haunted house, had this girl, and it was very unfortunate, she was in a wheelchair. But we got her up into the haunted house, and she was able to make it through, and she really wanted to do it. And for me, that's like the whole reason why I do what I do, is to entertain people, entertain you watching, entertain people going through the haunted house. First and foremost, I do everything for God, no matter what it is. But I do it for other people's enjoyment too, and my own enjoyment, because I love setting up my Halloween displays each and every year, as I'm getting ready for Halloween already. But the reason I think today is National Haunters Day is because it is July 1st, the first official day of the Halloween season. Now, there's been a few updates since you've probably last talked to me on these live streams. First of all, of course, the Limb Ripper was brought back to Spirit Halloween stores for 2017, which is very interesting and very exciting. Also, I don't know, did Spirit upload a sneak peek tonight? I can't tell. I tried to check their website and I checked on their channel and I didn't see anything, so I don't know if we'll be getting anything as of tonight, which is sadly. And yes, unfortunately, for those wondering about the last stream, it was copyrighted music. It was, remember at the end, I'm like, I don't like this song, and I was playing it. That was copyright. So I hope these songs don't get copyrighted, or if so, the same thing might happen. But I like to have a little music in the background. But all of that aside, the first really cool thing is that Spirit has started their sneak peeks early. And if you haven't known, which I just found out like today, I believe Jaden's videos made a video on this too. Is that, oh, and the light is the one from Spirit Halloween, the flicker light. So I'm kind of testing it out. I brought it back in my room. I like it. It adds a good ambience to my room. And I recommend them too. So, if you're wondering, Spirit Halloween is, from what I'm understanding this year, opening early. That's right. They're opening early this year. And what I mean by early is the end of July, early August, is from what we know. So, that's exciting. Another exciting thing is I'm going to try, now I'm not positive, try to work at Spirit. I've wanted to for several years, and I never have before. Of course, it wouldn't be many days a week, maybe like 2 to 3 days a week around Halloween. Just to do it just 'cause. And I also don't know how long I'm going to stay at my current job. I love my current job, don't get me wrong. And it's nothing against my job. I've just had it for 2 years. And it's just always the same thing. Nothing new, nothing... So it's not bad. It's just nothing different. And I don't know, I feel like I might be ready to move on from it. But again, it's nothing against my current job, but I may be getting a new job in the future. So, see you later, Jaren. Also, who was that? Brady was talking earlier about I know you're not a huge fan of Spirit, but what are some of the companies that you really enjoy? There's so many, even more professional grade companies like Distortions, Froggy's Fog, Nightmare Factory. There's a lot. There's a lot in the realm of professional haunted house things versus more of an amateur haunt. I'm trying to mix it up with both, because I love Spirit stuff, don't get me wrong, but I also want to venture into some professional things, like when I got Distortions and stuff like that. If you work at Spirit, can you tell us the themes and props before they're officially... I probably can't, because... because I don't want to get in trouble or anything. But at the same price, I know some people have been saying Spirit is, like, greedy and stuff, which I don't exactly know. I do know that they've been purchasing a lot cheaper quality of products. I will say that. I am an advocate for them making better Halloween props. And I know a lot of people at Spirit Halloween are not like us haunters, because a lot of them just don't care about the holiday. They don't care about Halloween in general. They just are trying to get a job, which is understandable, because a lot of times you have to do jobs you're not really a big fan of. But if I was to work there, I would try to make it the best experience I could. And also, it is very exciting to talk on their customer service to people and stuff. It's just very interesting. And I'm glad that some props are still pretty good quality, but still, unlike the old props of the day, it's upsetting. But of course, leave in the little chat thing, what companies do you really like? Not anybody else. What companies do you really like and that you would recommend purchasing from? Personally, I'm really liking Distortions with my mummy over there. He's a really cool prop. I, at one point, was a huge fan of Morbid Enterprises. As someone asked, my favorite prop is right over here. Is Spasm, of course, because he has some great detail, and he's very creepy. He gets a good scare out of people every year at my haunted house. But recently, I've gotta say, if Morbid's watching this, I am pretty disappointed in what Morbid Enterprises has been releasing recently, with just very cheap, very unexciting things. Like little clowns and random skeletons and stuff. It's too cheap and nothing original, and I would not purchase most of the things they've come out with, sadly. They have a few licensed characters, which I think will do rather well this year, but I know. The Ancient Mummy is really cool. I know, they were better in previous years. So now, let me tell you all some ideas I have for Spirit Halloween. Not just ideas, but things I would love to see in the future. Whether it's this year or in future years. The first is, I think this year they're going to have some sort of woods theme. Whether that be like a cabin in the woods, or just a straight up forest, or something like that. because we've seen Limb Rippers back, and I don't think they would have brought him back unless either one, it was for, like, copyright issues, or right issues in general, and they wanted to use him again, or he has to fit in a theme, which I think is what they're doing. And werewolves most commonly fit in a forest. The only other option I could think of would be some sort of, like, medieval, not medieval, but, like a village, sort of. Kind of like something out of the 1941 film, something along those lines. Then there's a few other things I would love to see. One theme is an under-the-water theme. I saw this at, I don't know if it was Transworld or the Halloween Party Expo or one of the conventions, had a really cool underwater display by, I cannot remember the company, Haunt Props? It was Haunt Props or Halloween Props or something like that. They had a really cool underwater display. I don't know, that sounds really interesting to me. I would have loved to have seen that. Of course, as I always mention, I still want to see aliens, as I do every year. I still want to see more skeletons. My personal favorite monster out of, like, Halloween monsters in general is the skeleton. The very classic, creepy skeleton. And I don't know, I feel we still haven't gotten a just skeleton. I'm not talking the Grim Reaper. I'm talking of just a skeleton, but something else. I think Bone Collector was a really great skeleton, if you agree, and I don't think we've seen anything quite the same since. And let's all be kind in the comments, please. We don't have to get upset. Oh, excellent, Devin, that you brought up the abandoned amusement park, because I have been getting my fingers dirty, if you will, with the abandoned amusement park. Now, I know we're only still on build 1, which is weird for me, because usually I'm on, like, build 8 by July, but because of the things that have happened this year with like, being busy and stuff, and also because I mentioned in many other builds that we haven't seen, trying to think of that we haven't seen, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the builds I've been doing aren't necessarily just for this year, like the rat pipe, so I put them in its own separate thing. But I am excited because I am getting some animal masks in the mail tomorrow, and then later on this week or so. They're really cool animals, and they're supposed to look like little kid masks, and I'm gonna make fake animatronics from an old, decrepit amusement park ride. So I hope you'll be excited for that. There's gonna be 3 of them. I think there's a panda, a rabbit or something? I don't know. There's a few different animals. And I'm gonna make those, like, they're gonna be, like, bent over and stuff, like, with their heads turned, and maybe one of them can have, like, arms or something. They're gonna look burnt, sorta, and they're gonna look really old with, like, dirt on them and stuff. I think you guys are really gonna like it. So, stay tuned for that. I don't know when that will be a video, probably not for a couple of weeks, just because I have to make them and then film it and everything, so. Oh, that was another one I forgot to mention, an Egypt theme. Thank you for reminding me, Scarecrow Haunter. An Egypt theme is something else I really would like to see. I know we've seen mummy props in the past, but not an exclusive Egyptian or, like, tomb theme. You know, like with, like, a sarcophagus with, like, a mummy inside. I don't know, I thought that would be really cool. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, really, what Spirit brings to us this year, and what other Halloween companies deliver to. As I said, I'm a big fan of that company, whoever made the underwater props. Though they are more expensive, don't get me wrong, compared to what Spirit typically offers. They are better quality, and they have very unique a unique prop selection. And yeah, isn't it crazy they're opening in July? Because, you too, bud, thank you. Yeah, from what I'm aware of, they are opening early. A War Zombie Bunker, I did mention that in my video of this year, which has, like, a bunch of ideas that I threw out there. But that company that I was mentioning, they have some really cool, prop ideas. One of them that I really liked and I want to do this year. Tell me if you think this is cool. I do. It's a skunk, right? And it shoots, like, you set up your fog machine with it, and, or a water sprayer, but I would probably use my fog machine, and it shoots the fog out of the skunk's tail. I don't know, I thought that was so cool. And you could make it into a zombie skunk. If you like that idea and you want to see me try to do it, I will try. I will try. Doesn't it sound cool? Well, think, if you're in an abandoned amusement park, there's going to be animals crawling around. There's probably a skunk in there, right? Like, I could have some vines and stuff, and then like a weird, like, rusty box, and then the skunk, and it pss, 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 and I could get some smelly spray to come out of it. Like, I don't want it to be really gross where people don't want to go in. But we could do, like, a zombie skunk or something. I know a morgue would be really cool. How old do I have to be to work at Spirit? I think it's either 16 or 18. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it's one of those. Hey, happy Haunters Day, Will. Thank you. And just to let you know, I was talking to Will the other day, and he's going to try to get an exclusive tour of Spirit, which is really cool. I'm sure a lot of you know Will. He's done a lot of really cool Halloween videos, and he usually is like one of the first people to film inside a Spirit, so subscribe to him so you can catch it first, because I haven't been able to. Also, I don't know who just uploaded it. If you're on here, let me know. Someone just uploaded the at-home Halloween. I currently don't have an at-home near my area, but they do have their Halloween out. Oh, that reminds me. Michael's is getting their fall decorations out this week. I was in a few days ago at my local Michael's, and they had their, like, fall display set up, but it was, like, empty. And I think by fall, I mean, like, pumpkins and pumpkin carving supplies and little crows and stuff. But that's still exciting for me. I might even pick up one, just because I'm desperate. But it will be cool. Oh, that's cool. Catacombs would be cool. So, do you have the real one? The real what? Sorry, maybe I wasn't paying attention. What editing software do I use? I use iMovie on my iPad. I know a lot of people say, oh, iMovie's not that great. And while it's not the best, it works for what I do, so I would recommend it. It's easy, it's cheap, it works fine for what I do. Oh, you prank called Michaels? You didn't miss too much. I was pretty excited to see the new sneak peeks, and to see them so early, but sadly I don't think we're getting one tonight. It's a bit late now, but I wish, you know, you just don't know. What 2 themes do you think will be at Spirit? Like I said, I think there's going to be some sort of forest because of the werewolf, and I don't know. I would be excited if they brought clowns back. We haven't seen clowns in a few years. And I don't know, it seems like a golden opportunity with the new It movie coming out. They could really do something cool with clowns. Oh, this was kind of interesting. On Facebook, if you go to Spirit's Facebook page, someone, a member of a clown association, actually, was kind of saying not to have creepy clowns because it, like, I don't know, defecates is the word, but it lowers the standards of other clowns, I guess. I don't know, there's like a clown debate about evil clowns. Who knew? There are only 2 themes. It was confirmed by Spirit. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. They've doing that a lot. What's going on, you guys? Cameron, was it you who came up with the National Haunters Day? I thought it was you, but I can't remember. Also, check out his channel because he's doing a giveaway. And it's a pretty cool prize, so go check it out. Can I review the Alien Chestburster plush? Oddly enough, Jared, my friend Jared, actually has that alien plush, so maybe he'll bring it for a future live stream or something. Oh, you did? Okay, I was wondering who did that. A school theme would be nice. Scary Box Warehouse. It better be a theme, I'm telling you. Well, I'm actually going to do some more things with sort of a warehousey kind of look in the Abandon, at least in, like, the back area of Abandon, where I'm going to have, like, a storage shelf. I mentioned a post on my social media that I have a storage shelf that I'm going to make. I might get Jumping Spider out of storage to test how high up he jumps, to see if I can't put him on one of the shelves to jump out at people. It really just depends on how high he jumps. Notice me. I did. Hey, what's going on? Wow, dude, we got a lot of people on here. An abandoned summer camp. They should do my abandoned amusement park idea. Maybe they will. Sometimes it seems like Spirit does listen to some of our ideas, which is pretty cool. But I am excited about this year's haunted house. I think it's going to be really creepy. I want creepy, like, children's music to be playing at certain parts of it. I think this might be one of the scariest years. I'm just excited. Also, remember a few months ago I reviewed those masks that, like, opened up, like the bunny, the ravenous rabbit, and the gorilla, and the pumpkin, and the fat masks. Remember all those I got? Well, that same company has even more stuff that I'm going to be picking up. I don't know when. Hopefully soon, before, like, August, when it will probably be out in stores. Like, I think they have 3 really cool new Animotion, as they call them, masks that you guys are going to be excited for. The first, well, 2 of them are actually very similar. The first is Bigfoot. They have a Bigfoot mask. It looks pretty cool. They also have a Yeti, which is basically the same thing as Bigfoot, except it's like white with blue skin, sorta. And then the third mask, which is my favorite, is a really creepy unicorn. It looks like kind of like a regular unicorn with red eyes, and then its mouth opens up to be really creepy. I like that one, and I think that's my favorite, except I wish the unicorn's eyes could have just been, like, white with a black dot instead of red, because it kind of throws it off. But still, I'm excited to get the creepy unicorn, and I might actually attempt to be the creepy unicorn for Halloween. Because I think that would work well in Abandon, especially if I had, like, an outfit on kind of looking like a ride prop, and I, like, come to life. That would be cool. I'm trying to remember other stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh, I have a shout-out. I don't know if they'll ever watch this, but I was listening to a podcast that haunters would really enjoy. It is called Haunt Topic Radio. I don't know if anyone listens to it. They have some really cool stuff. I was listening to their Trans World interviews. It's just a lot of cool stuff about the haunt industry, whether you're an amateur haunter, like a smaller time haunter, all the way up to a professional haunted house operator. You can learn stuff from that. They showed you kind of how you can find sound effects and stuff, like whether it's on YouTube or online, how to make your own sound effects, how to soundproof things, just a variety of ways that you can enhance your haunted house. Of course, Rory, please send me an email. And if you have any ideas or anything you want to mention, please send me an email. I frequently check it. They pop up right on my phone, so if you have anything you'd want to say to me, feel free to send it. Oh, I have one more mini shout-out. No, it's a big shout-out. I want to give a shout-out to Andrew. Andrew's videos sent me, he was so nice to send me these really cool old catalogs from Michael's Lemax Spooky Town. We got one from 2010 and 2012. Look at these. These are like retro. These are like collectibles to me, because I usually do collect, like, I take like 2 or 3 of them. So thank you, Andrew, if you're watching. I got them in the mail finally, and they're really, really cool. I'll have to look through them because I don't remember what was going on that year. And speaking of Michael's Spooky Town, I'm really excited for this year. They have a really cool one called Mad Pumpkin Patch, which has this big pumpkin head. Then it has a pumpkin head up on top of a tower that spins. And then it has a little carousel of pumpkins that spins. It's very cool. Very funny. You have a great night, bud. Thanks for watching. See, I don't know if I have. Show us your creepiest animatronic. Well, like I said, Spasm's one of my favorites, and he's right there. Oh, yeah, thank you, Andrew. We don't want any props that'd be really mean. Or really bad. Wouldn't be nice. Oh, and also, thank you. Can you pick up Michael Myers' costume? I have basically a Michael Myers costume. I don't know if we'll use it this year because it doesn't really fit in the theme, but I'm hoping to get some more ideas that will fit. Oh, you went to Egg Harbor? That's really cool. I heard it's like always up, but it's not open all the time. And get the Howler. I did see the Howler, thank you. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but what if that is another prop that returns this year? Get this. Now, I'm not sure, I don't know if this is confirmed or anything, but this is just something I heard. Someone, like, asked Spirit, I guess, how many old props are returning, and they said 2. And we already have one with the Limb Ripper, which means there might be one more returning prop left. If they're going with the Werewolf Streak, it could be the Howler, or it could be the Limb Eater. Or it could be something completely different. I have no idea. Some people have said it's the Twilight Twitcher zombie. I've heard a lot of theories. I'm not going to say what I would assume it is, if it is even true. All we know is that Limb Ripper is returning, but I would be excited to see whatever happened. Hey, what's going on? The Swag Spirits prop reviews and more? That's a cool name. On Spirit, the original roaming doll. I saw that. That is pretty cool. When's my next stream? I don't know. They're kind of just random. Oh, but I do have some important announcements, so if everyone could listen for just a moment. I will be out of town from not tomorrow Sunday, the following Sunday for several days. I'm going to see if where I'm going on a youth trip with my youth group, church, for a few days, to a hotel. Hopefully they have, I think they have Wi-Fi, so I'll bring my camera and stuff just in case I need to. I'm sure a sneak peek will probably come out, or a few that week, so I can upload those. And then later on this month, like the 20-something, I am going to North Carolina for a few days. I also will be able to upload there, but I just wanted to let you know if like the set looks different, or if I'm not in my room, or if I don't upload as much. I hope you'll understand that I will not be at home where I have all my elements here. I do a stream every week? I guess I do. I would love to see all of the old horror icons return. You know, they are returning to Halloween Horror Nights this year, possibly as a part of the Terror Tram. That is Michael, Freddy, Leatherface, and Jason, I think. Alright, thank you, Rory. Wolf Spitter, yeah, that would be cool if Wolf Spitter returned. Yeah, I know, it's so cool that Spirit's opening this month. I just wonder where the store locator is, because if I'm going to work there, I'd like to know what location I'd have to work at. If it's really far away, then I wouldn't do it. You're going to the Lemax store? Wow, where's that? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked the stream. Just to let you guys know, I am going to have to end the stream probably in about 6 minutes or so. So I do apologize about that, but I might be doing some family things. So I just wanted to make you aware. But again, of course, I just want to say Happy Haunters Day. National Happy Haunters Day. And yes, Brady, I assume they all won't be opening. I assume some of them will be. But you know how they always did, like, we're opening on August 15th, and then it was like some of them opened in September, and some of them opened earlier. I guess it's kind of a set point, but I guess they've moved the set point from like around the middle of August to the end of July, start of August. So we might be seeing some spirits open this month, people. Well, I love peanuts. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but sure. How much longer? Can you please say hi to me? Such a fan. Hey! I don't know your name, I'm sorry, but you can message it. And, sure, I'll try to remember, Connor. Thank you. And how much longer you think I'll do Hauntformer? As long as I can. I hope they bring back Reaper of Souls. That would be awesome. Mac, does your spirit have to sign up? I don't know, I haven't checked. I probably should. Cool. Can I have a shout out, please? I'm a major fan. Here's a shout out to Songbird Vlogger. So go check him out. I don't know if I've subscribed to you either. I'll have to try to. Mac, let's hold hands in the Haunted Mansion. Let's, because Madame Leota will scare me. No, I'm just kidding, but I used to be scared of the Haunted Mansion, for real, when I was a kid. Did you hear what they're doing to the Pirates? Did you hear what they're doing to Pirates of the Caribbean? They're changing the whole iconic selling of the wenches scene. I swear, Disney. I swear. Mac is scared of a giant 120-pound floating ball. Well, I wasn't scared of Madame Leota, I was just joking, but I was scared of, some of the ghosts, and just the atmosphere of it, which I do love. Wow, that's a heavy, I didn't realize she was that heavy. Is the whole thing glass or something? Because isn't the head, like, empty? It's a projection. You guys have a great night. Yeah, they're trying to be overly politically correct. If all the props as spirit could return, which one would you want to return? Well, I would say Spasm, because I don't think enough people have experienced the fullness of Spasm. And I have. The old Spasm, not the new Spasm. Though I kind of want to get the new Spasm and then compare the two. Since he is, like, my favorite prop. So that might be a thing. I don't know. Just to let you guys know, about 3 minutes left in the stream. Just to keep you posted. Mac J. Ralston, the prophecy is coming true. See for yourself. How big is my haunt? Currently, it is in my grandparents' 3-car garage. So, I don't know, I didn't do an exact measurement, but I don't know how many foot by foot, dimensions the garage is, but it's a 3-car garage, so it's quite large. I would, in my perfect world, I would want a area that I could work on all year round. If that was the case, you would see plenty of more builds, but because I have to condense it all into like 3 days before Halloween, you don't really see as much as I would like you guys to. But that's not at the fault of my grandparents, because they don't want me working around in their garage all the time, and they have a lot of cars in there, so I do understand, why I can't, but I do hope in the future, if I could open my own professional haunted house or escape room or whatever, what have you, you would see so many more videos about every individual piece, because I really would love to make it detailed. Because detail is the scariest part of a haunted house. The more detail you have, the better your haunted house. It doesn't even matter about props in the end. I'm being honest here. It matters about the level of complexity of your haunted house and the detail of it. From the walls, to each display, even to the props. But a lot of people think you just need a bunch of props to make a haunted house, which isn't true. Props are nice, don't get me wrong, and I like to have them. But they don't completely make the haunted house. Some people I see, and you know, a lot of these people are young too. Nothing against anybody who's young, because I did the same thing when I was young. But a lot of people have a garage. You walk in their garage, and there's just tarps and there's a few props. And while it's cool, it's not exactly a very scary or realistic haunted house. And that's even at sometimes at my haunted house. I go through the same dilemma, and it's not really that I want it to be like that. It's because with the time allotted, it has to be. Will you get Limb Ripper or Scorched Scarecrow? I don't know. I would really like the Scorched Scarecrow, though he's so big, I don't know where I'd put him. But the Limb Ripper might be a possibility. Max, stop being a hypocrite. Your haunt is tarps and props. No, well, sort of. Yes, it sort of is. So I was not trying to be a hypocrite, Brady. Sorry, I was saying that my own haunt falls under that sort of way because of the time allotted I'm given. Now, I do try to make different displays that feature some more levels of detail, but because of the time allotted, I don't have a place that I can work on stuff all year round to give the best haunted house experience that I want, so I'm only set to a certain kind of display, if you will. Though that's not really how I would like it to be. That's just kind of how it happened. And the tarps do make it easy, though I would like more detailed tarps. I know I'm the laughing joke of the blue tarps, but that's just what it is. Gremlins props. Those are definitely on my list. Definitely. I'm definitely going to probably try to get at least the stripe. Thank you, Kevin. And sure, you can call me Mr. Smiley. Anyways. So yeah, so basically, yes, my haunt is a lot of props and tarps. But I'm saying your haunt can be so much more than that, as I want mine to be. And I will try to fix it every year to make it not like that. Because, if you watch a movie, if you just watch the movie and it's just a blank background with a bunch of characters talking or doing whatever, it's not as compelling. You want you want to feel like you're a part of it. You want the scenery. You want the ambience. You want everything. So, props are only one component of a haunted house. You have to have lighting, visual effects, whether that be cobwebs or smoke or digital atmos effects or what have you. It could even be fake blood or something. The setting, the backgrounds that you put up in the haunted house, whether those are made of like solid materials or just flimsy materials. It doesn't matter, just that there's more depth to it, which is what I've been trying to do. The first year I had my haunted house, it was very simple. It was literally like one tarp that separated like the garage in half, and a bunch of props like lined up around it in like a U shape, which was good for my time. That was like my first year, and then every year since I've tried to upgrade it. Do I speak Spanish? No comprende. I sometimes say things in Spanish, but I'm not very good at it. Even though I took like 2 years of Spanish class, look what it did for me. Not much. That's cool. Yeah, just send me an email if you want me to subscribe to you, because I sometimes forget, because there's so many people on here. But I would like to. Actual water? I guess it just depends on who your audience is. I wanted to do a spraying prop this year. I'm not sure if I will, but we will see. And my email is simply hauntformer@gmail.com. And a shout out to Halloween Haunter. That was a tongue twister at the end. If you could make any of your prop ideas be reality, tell us about it. I like that question. That's a pretty good one, Connor. Any of my prop ideas are reality. Wow. Wow. That's a toughie. I've had so many prop ideas over the past. I should start a segment on my channel just called My Haunted House Ideas, because I do have a ton. Let me even try to think of just one. Give you guys a good one. I might have to do a... No, I couldn't do that. I'm trying to think of a prop idea that I've had. It'll come to me. Okay, one idea I've had. This isn't my best one. This is just one that I thought would be different, because I've never seen a prop like this, like, at all. A tiki monster. Or a cool tiki monster. Same sort of motion as, like, the barnyard butcher, kind of with the moving, with the head moving and the body moving. I know tons of props do that, but I'm just trying to get one that's relatable. And it has, like, a big tiki mask on, and it has, like, weird, like music in the background. It could even have, like, a staff or something, or, like a fake flame on it, and it glows, and, like, you could have smoke coming out of it, and it's like, welcome to the island of lost souls. I don't know what it would say, but, you know, like a tiki monster. We've never seen any tiki monsters. Tigriff? Tigriff? And also, just to let you know, I might have to end the stream in just a moment. But I do apologize. But I'm going to try to stay on for a little bit longer. Is the hauntformer? Yes, it's just one word. Terrordome? Oh, that is cool. You should make that a series on your channel. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do max haunt ideas. Or, like, call it, like, Haunt 101 or something. I don't know, that'd be cool. Boo! I'm listening to a lot of, like, children's Halloween songs on here. That's fine. Do a bottle flip? Won't even see it. Because it's off screen. It fell. It fell horribly. I'm a haunter, not a bottle flipper. Oh, here's one of my favorite... I can't believe I forgot. This is one of my favorite haunt prop ideas. It looks like a regular person, right? Right? And then they just start, like, kind of shaking, sorta. They're like, and then... Or not like that. That sounds like he's constipated. But he's like, and then his like, at the same time, it's like, his eyes, nose, teeth, ears, and head all pop out at the same time. Kind of like, you know those Rock'em Sock'em robots, and when you hit the one, the head kind of goes like that, but at the same time, the eyes, the head pops up, the ears pop out, the teeth come out, all at the same time. When the head pops up, there's like a brain inside, and when the eyes come out, there's like the, you know, the little cord, the cord that goes back to your brain, of course, and the ears could just have like bones, or it doesn't have to be like anatomically correct. But, and maybe the tongue could come out or something. I thought that would always be super freaky, so, I don't know. I'm trying to remember, I think you've been on the streams before, haven't you? A zombie that flips a bottle then dabs. Don't give Jimmy any ideas, I've already done the hoverboard skeleton. Just wait next year, it's gonna be the little flip, and it's gonna be like, little skeleton. It's gonna be like, this is Thriller, Thriller Night. What? Just wait, 2018. Yeah, the Thriller song. Wow, where'd everybody go? I guess I'm not that exciting. Just kidding. Wait, who's Tigriff? Or is that an acronym? Tigriff. Sounds like a... Yep. Electrified Corpse is right here. Let's turn him to say hi. Ayo! Notice he's in the thumbnail, too. Did you hear about the leaked Spirit prop list? Did you hear Spirit is opening early? Yeah, we mentioned that earlier in the stream. Pretty excited. Yeah, I probably got an email. You should do a clown with a big fat smile, name it Giggles. I do like that idea. I like the clowns that are kind of funny looking, but at the same time they're creepy. Kind of like the killer clowns. How was Jaws? It was good. I didn't really watch the movie too much because it was kind of quiet. And yeah, Spirit's opening this month. Not all of them, most likely, but I'm sure more. Zombie flips bottle and sings "Watch Me Whip." That I know. What's with Jimmy making all of these props that sing like hip song that don't have anything to do with Halloween? Even around Easter time, like I want to hear Easter songs. And Christmas, I want to hear like Rudolph the Red, no something Christmas. And now we have like little like Rudolph that dabs and sings like "Watch Me Whip," "Watch Me Nay." What does that have to do with Christmas? And now we have a hoverboard skeleton and a Frankenstein that sings "Watch Me Whip." It just doesn't make sense. A Gremlins Jimmy prop, I would just pass out. Jimmy wants to be hip with children. Do I know the themes this year? No, I don't. I can only speculate. How do I get your email? Like, what do I type in? It is hauntformer, all one word, at gmail.com. It's in the link. It's in my description of, like, all my videos, too. No problem. What are the themes? I don't know. I can only guess. I would, like I said, I still think it might be a forest because of the werewolf. And that's cool. Jurassic Park is a great movie. And did you see they're bringing Home Depot some dinosaurs? And what's cool is not only are they good for like smaller haunts, larger haunts could use those and create actual like cool dinosaurs out of them. And just to let you guys know, I do have to end the stream in just a moment. I'm going over to my grandparents' house. But I want to thank you all so much. God's blessed me with so many great fans and friends, really. If you're my fan, you're really my friend, and you're a fellow haunter. So welcome, of course, to the community. And I'm very excited to see what Spirit's offering this year. If I don't upload a sneak peek right away, I'm either busy or I didn't see it or something. But send me an email or leave a comment on my videos saying, "Hey, Mac, check out SpiritHalloween.com," or whatever. Yep, I'll have to say hi. Wait, who is that? Can you make a deer skeleton prop with a deer skull? I don't know. I don't know, Gracie? I don't know if I make a deer. I'm excited. I really want the cobra skeleton. Oh, it's Aunt Linda. I wouldn't have guessed Aunt Linda. But yeah, my Aunt Linda's the one who goes, "Don't be afraid of the haunted house." She does that every year at the haunted house. Thanks for watching, Aunt Linda. I'll see you soon. Right? Thursday, we're going to a soccer game, and we're going to see Kool and the Gang. If I don't have to work, which I don't think I will, because I never work Thursdays, but of course, I can probably figure out, like, the switch with someone if it came to that, but... I'm out of my water. Which I think will probably wrap up the stream. How excited am I for Spirit? I am very excited. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. And remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is hauntformer. And again, I want to wish you a happy National Haunters Day. This is the first one, you guys. We're making Haunter and Halloween history. Though it starts small, we can make a movement and get it really big. So, please, even if you make one little post about your haunted house, make a post using hashtag National Haunters. Haunters, I think with an S. National Haunters Day. And share it with me. Tag me in it. You know where to find me. Thank you guys for watching, and I am currently ending the stream, sadly, but if you missed anything, go back and watch the whole stream. It was like 50 minutes, so you have a while to catch up. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed night, and remember, of course, you know the drill, as always. Let's get Spaz in here. What was that? For all things Halloween, this is hauntformer. Yeah.